Now, one of the first things I noticed about this is the new interface, and by default, iTunes opens up in the albums view, and you could see that they've taken away the old sidebar, and instead they show just the album covers, which I think is a very good improvement because I think the interface looks a lot cleaner without the sidebar. If, however, you want the sidebar back, if you go to the Artist and Genres tab, you get some sort of sidebar back again. And if you want a full list of just your songs in a list view, then you click on the Songs tab. Now on the album cover view, which is the default view, if you click on any one of the album covers, then at the bottom half of the screen what you get is a list of all the tracks, the length of each of the tracks, as well as a larger view of the album cover. And you'll also notice that the background of this bottom half of the window matches the color of the album cover, which is black. I think this is quite a nice touch. And this feature is called Custom Color. And you can enable or disable this feature in Preferences, and by either ticking or unticking, use custom colors for open albums, movies, etc. So if you untick it, then it's disabled and you won't have this nice feature. So if you want this feature, keep it ticked. Now another very good feature that I noticed in iTunes 11 is the search bar. This search bar is very much improved from previous versions. So if I search for, say, Phantom, what it does is that it shows the search results under a number of categories, albums and songs. And if you had it within a playlist, it'll show the results under playlists as well. So it's very well organized and easy to use. Another feature that I like a lot with iTunes 11 is the Up Next feature, which you can access by clicking on this part, on the upper part of the iTunes window. So by clicking on it, you can see which songs are going to be played next. And if you click on this, you can see what was previously played. If you re-click on this again, then it'll show you what's coming up next instead. And within this sort of up next feature, you can actually delete songs, remove them from your, so this is a kind of playlist. So if you click on this, it'll remove it from this list of songs coming up next and you won't hear it. Or you can also click on the arrow and do other things, such as tell the player to play this next. So if you went down here, instead of waiting for the third song to come up, you can click here to tell iTunes to play this next instead. You can also tell iTunes to add this song to a certain playlist. And you can also choose these other options, which is to go to the artist Andrew Lloyd Webber, or to go to the album The Phantom of the Opera. And how this is useful is that, just say you navigated away from the album that you're playing. Just say you went to Artist and you want to look through and see some other songs within your library. If you wanted to see what is playing next on iTunes, you don't have to go back to the specific album. What you can do is just click on this, go to Play Next, Up Next, and you'd see the songs that are coming up. So this is very convenient. What I like a lot about iTunes 11 is that they've improved the mini player a lot. And you can access the mini player in a number of ways, but the easiest way that I use is to go to the upper right hand corner and go to this button here and clicking on it. Then you get the mini player. And what the mini player does is that it has a much smaller interface, but it integrates some of the most important features from the full interface, such as the search function. So again, if I type Phantom, you get results categorized under albums and songs. And If you go to Up Next, which is also available here, you'd see the songs that are coming up next again. And again, you have the history function. You can clear it. You go back, and it goes back to Up Next again. Again, you can delete stuff from this playlist, and you can manipulate stuff on your playlist just as in the same way as in the full version of the iTunes interface. And you've got a play button. Go back to the previous song. Go to the next song. And if you want to go back to the full interface, you can click on this rectangle here. An alternative way to get to the mini player is to go to Window and then click on Switch to Mini Player. And if you want to go back to the full interface, Windows, switch from Mini Player. So these are just some of the features that I've noticed in iTunes 11 which I thought were quite good and that I'd share with you.